Once we get offers on your home, that's where the fun begins. It can be stressful if you don't get as much as you were hoping for, but don't worry, that's where I come in. I'm Neal Pender with Impact Carolinas Realty. I've negotiated lots and lots of houses and lots of multiple offers throughout my career, so I know how to finesse. I know how to work out that negotiating process to get you top dollar and the best terms for your situation. In my 23 years in this business, I've negotiated lots of multiple offers for my listings. Knowing how to properly negotiate for my sellers is key to getting them top dollar and the best terms, because an offer is more than just the offer price. It involves earnest money and due diligence money, and a due diligence period during which time the buyer can back out for any reason or no reason. We want to make sure those time frames work for you as well. Once we receive offers on your home, there are a few essential components that need to be addressed. I vet the buyer, or if it's multiple offers, all of the buyers, by contacting their buyer's agent, as well as the lender that they use for pre-approval. I want to talk to those folks and find out anything I can that would be beneficial to you for making your decision. I ask the critical questions and trying to find out how much in love that buyer might be in your house. That could affect your negotiating too. And of course, proof of funds if it's all cash, the type of loan they're considering, how much of a down payment they're using. We want to know all of those things so you can make the best decision for your situation. I'm also going to talk to the buyer's agent and lender to find out how experienced they are. We want to see how the process might be from beginning to end in working with those folks. I want to know if they've properly educated their buyer so that that buyer has realistic expectations. And depending on how things go with the upfront offer might give us an indication of how things will go later in the process when they have inspections done. That's a whole nother set of negotiating. But don't worry, I guide you through that as well. Believe it or not, the buyer's agent can be just as crucial in a successful transaction as the buyer's financial qualifications. And after being in this business for 23 years, I know which agents are easier to work with than others. It might matter to you with regard to what offer you pick. When I discuss the offers with you, we'll factor in all of those things: the price, the terms, the buyer's agent, the lender, the type of loan, the dates, the time frames. All of those things matter to making sure that your experience is as smooth and stress-free as possible. I'll give you my advice as to the pros and cons of each offer, but ultimately, you're the boss. What you decide is what matters. You decide which offer to take or which offer to counter and how much you would like to counter offer, and I guide you through that process as well. The counter offer process is when we really discover what a buyer's willing to pay, because most of the time that initial offer isn't really as much as they're willing to pay. Now, if you're in a hurry to sell, maybe we take that first one and run with it. But if you're not, and you want to maximize the amount of money you get, we will talk about how much to come up with for a counter offer to try to get them up as much as possible. Once we come to terms and you and the buyer both sign, we are now under contract. A whole nother phase of the process has begun. Understand that if we're dealing with a home loan, the typical under contract phase is going to be about 30 to 45 days, depending on the type of the loan. If it's a cash offer, we might see a closing in as little as a week or two. No matter what the situation, I'm with you every step of the way to make sure the process is as smooth as possible for you. I'm Neal Pender with Impact Carolinas Realty, broker since 1996, leveraging my experience for your results.